Hi guys, I thought I'd do this outside. It's a British Cycle Sport catch up. Dogs are barking, seagulls are going, you'll probably hear some children in a bit, but let's do it outside anyway as the sun is shining. Just under gravel Fondo Limburg last weekend. This weekend coming we've got the Gralloch. Unlike the Limburg, the Gralloch is a single lap race, about 120 kilometres thereabouts for the under 60s. Scary to think that next year I'll be doing the over 60 race, so that's something to look forward to. The Gralloch is a big open lap over the Scottish Highlands, Lowlands, not quite sure. It's in Dumfries on the sort of west side of Scotland, close to the English border. Very pretty. We went there last year and got very ill afterwards. This is the bike I'll be using, the Handsling CEXevo. I've been racing it for about a year or two now, and it is a fantastic bike, absolutely brilliant. I'm running a Shimano 105 2x setup, Di2 105. If you've been thinking about trying electronic shifting, I really put it off for a long time, but it makes life so much easier. I mean, I know people are worried about things like batteries running out and stuff like that, which I've not had yet. Some friends have, but that's just down to basically keeping an eye on your battery, making sure they're charged up. It's not a big deal. It's easy to do with the app, so no excuses really. It's just about being organised. But the shifting is so easy, so simple. You can one finger shift, which is really nice when you're on sort of rough areas. You can just lightly tap it. It always shifts. It always shifts the gear you want. You don't have any issues with it. It just works. Like I said, I did hold off for a long time, being a bit of a Luddite and preferring mechanical. But for my race bike, definitely the i2 is the way to go. Going back to the CEXevo, I say it's carbon fibre, it's Toray T800. It's a fast machine. I've got it with Handsling's hand-built wheels that were made by Ian Lynch. They're a fantastic set of wheels as well, carbon fibre rims. I've just been testing it this week around Sussex, which explains why it's in such a mucky state. Although it's dry at the moment, there's still a lot of water left on the surface, so I'm in an iron about tyre setup for the weekend. At the moment I've got a set of Vittoria's Terreno Dry on there. I mean, they're fantastic, really fast tyres. I'll show you a picture of them in a sec. Very smooth tread, I think it's almost like a snake skin down the centre with knobbles on the side. They roll really fast. They're a 40mm tyre. For the Gralloch, I'd like something a bit fatter, because the gravel on the Gralloch is like big rocks. Once you go away from the main central part of the path, you get into this big loose gravel. And last year I used Vittoria's Mezcals, and they were great. They're getting 44. These have got an Effetto Mariposa Space Invader tyre liners, which are again a real game changer for me. You can ride even lower. I mean, obviously I'm running tubeless, but you can run even lower without having to worry about your rims being smashed up. And these are carbon fibre rims, so you want to look after them. On these, the Terrenos, I've got Vittoria's own gravel airliner tyre inserts inside. They make a big difference, obviously, with sealant. And this is pretty much what I'll be running. I'll have a small seat pack with a few tools. Sorry, a dog toy squeaking next door. In a tube, or maybe one or two. Got a toolkit, the meal kit toolkit, hidden under the bottle just to keep it out of the way. It's easy to get hold of. It's got chain splitter as well, all the usual Allen keys. I've got compressed air, I've got tyre boots, spare worms. I've got, in the end of the bars here, I've got some tools to insert the worms if I need them. Probably take a can of Markov's BAM. This is like one of these one-shot jobbies. It's got sealant and air in it. I'll strap it either underneath the top tube or the seat post, and that will just sit there and hopefully never be needed. The Gralloch are providing a bottle service on this race, so I'll be able to carry 2 smaller bottles, and then at about the halfway point they'll have tables set up with people's bottles ready to go, and you can just whiz in quickly, swap bottles over. I might tape a couple of gels on there as well. I'll carry hydration drinks in there, and I'll be using some soft flasks, probably with Kendall energy gel, which is like a big, it comes in a big refillable, big sachet, which you can then pour into your soft flask, which is much better, much neater and easier to use than those individual gel packets which you see littering the floor of races. So that's going to be my setup. Fitness wise, I'm not really where I want to be. Last year, I mean, I don't know if you use Strava, but on Strava my fitness score was 90 last year. When I got ill it went down to 30, and now I'm back to sort of low 60, so I've still got a way to go yet. My field of 55 to 59s is very big. It's about 300 riders. The one underneath is 200. The race is completely sold out, so it's going to be tough work. You've got to finish in the first 25% of the field. So if you've got a 300 strong field, that means you've got to finish in the first, do a quick maths, first 75 riders, irrespective of how many finish, it's how many start. So, and the quality of field, especially in Holland, everything is going up. People are realising that gravel racing is, it's fun, and it's good quality racing. So yeah, the fields, the quality of fields have gone up, and I'm obviously at the top end of the age limits. I've got all those young 50-year-olds to race against. Next year I'll be a young 60-year-old, so maybe I'll go better. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not back up to full fitness yet, but I'm feeling a hell of a lot better. And the good thing of these kind of UCI Grand Fondos, gravel Fondos, is if you're feeling good, you can race them at the front and you can qualify for the World Championships and wear a national jersey. But if you're not, a lot of them are on closed road circuits. If you're on the road, or you can really enjoy the ride. You can maybe just ride it as a sportive, or just compete against the people around you. So if you're not on top form, it doesn't matter. You still can have good fun and race. So I mean, I would thoroughly recommend it. We're going to go up a couple of days in advance because it's going to take us almost a day, because it's we live in the far south of England and the race is in Scotland, so it's going to be a lot of travelling to get up there, but it should be good fun. I'll put some details on, like the bike setup and the kit I'm using, if you're interested. Weather's looking so-so. It might be a bit wet this week leading up to the race, and then hopefully it'll be dry. Like I say, I'll take the Terreno Dries and the Mezcals and possibly a mud tyre. I don't think there's going to be mud, because like I say, the course is, a lot of it's forestry track, so big wide gravel tracks, well drained, because I use them for the lorries. So I don't think a full-on mud tyre will be necessary, but possibly something like the Mezcal. The only problem is the Mezcals are 44, so if it gets very muddy, you're going to get fouling around the chainstays, in which case something narrow would be better. So I've got a narrower 40mm mud tyre. But yeah, there you go. So that's my setup. I'm looking forward to the race. Should be good fun. Look back on my other reports for like the gravel Fondo Limburg, that was a couple of weeks ago, and I'll let you know how I get on. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye there.